All right, so where do all of the James Bond actors go after they've passed away? Double O heaven. Hey, Brandon, still standing somehow. So stick around till the end of this video, and I will tell you two very interesting facts and pieces of history that has to do with the movie industry. So stick around, please. All right, so I've been wondering, I've been thinking about doing this for a while, and so I figured, what the heck? Um, so the Mount Rushmore scenario, the analogy, right? Everybody always hears this, when you're talking about sports and acting and anything pop culture, right? Um, movies, music, food, even, but it's usually sports related or related to like um, actors, actresses, movies, singers, bands, things like that. So, and as I'm probably sure you're all well aware, it is. Uh, so if you're doing a Mount Rushmore of acting, which is what we're going to do today. So if you're doing like the Mount Rushmore, obviously the reason it's called the Mount Rushmore is because Mount Rushmore famously has four uh, presidents of the United States on there. So this is starting off with acting for me. It's something that's dear to my heart. I was in a couple of plays in school. I really wish I would have pursued it a little harder, but yeah, when it comes to acting and film and things like that, I love that. And by the way, this video is probably going to be a little bit longer than the normal 10 or 15 minutes. This might hit closer to the 15-20 minute mark. So I'll do my best. I might be able to keep it short. Okay, so this is a tough one because when you think about anything, whether it's acting, music, whatever, when you're picking the greatest, right, and you're not doing the typical top 10 list like so many people do, which I thought considered doing. I considered doing one called the tops, and I was going to do, and I might even do that for a shorter, more condensed, like top three, soda pops or something like that, something that's a little easier to do. But we'll get around to that another time. Sticking to the Mount Rushmore scenario, but it's so difficult because there's so many good actors and actresses out there, and to try to just narrow it down to four was so painful for me. It took me some time, but I finally narrowed it down. And for me, for somebody to make the list, it has to be somebody that's been around for quite a while. Somebody, they have to be legendary. And yes, there's those ones that are always going to be on everybody's list because they've been in so many things and they're famous and they're popular and they're good. But for me, it has to be people that when I watch them, their performances are so profound that they evoke emotion out of me, and yeah. So, all right, here we go. All right. So for me, and this is really probably in no particular order, but on my Mount Rushmore of acting, hands down, you have to have Robert De Niro on there. Okay, I think if you look at his whole body of work, obviously he's a legend. He's been around for 50 plus, maybe even longer, maybe even closer to 55 years. He's been making movies, and he can do anything. I mean, he can do anything. Look at him in uh, Raging Bull, Taxi, uh, Taxi Driver. Look at him in uh, uh, oh, just had a mind. blank. Um, look at him in when he could even do comedy, like with Meet the Parents, right? He can do comedy. He can uh, he at first, they were casting him as the quintessential like gangster or tough guy or boxer or whatever, a psychopath. Of course, he was marvelous in the remake of Cape Fear. I mean, wow, but he can do it all, man, and it's just flawless for him. His performances are just off the chart. I love Bob De Niro. Okay, so also I think on that list it goes without saying you gotta have Jack Nicholson, right? So same as Bob, he's been around forever. He can do it all at the drop of a hat. I mean, the guy is phenomenal, man. Um, he can do anything from playing a psycho type cuckoo head on One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, right? Um, he Little Shop of Horrors. Of course, The Shining, right? One of the best performances of all time, hands down. Look at him in stuff like As Good as It Gets and everything. He was great there. The Crossing Guard. He can do it all. My personal favorite performance from him is in, of course, A Few Good Men. Right? You want the truth? You can't handle the truth. Love Jack, and of course, come on, he was the first Joker, and in my opinion, the best, the OG Joker. All right. Okay, for me, I would next have to go with Sean Penn. Sean has always, I don't know how he does it, man, but this guy somehow has always been able to just pull the emotion out of me. Going clear back to his earlier days with like the one with Michael J. Fox, of course, right now, since I'm the war one. Oh man! And of course, it'll come to me here shortly. The Yeah, casualties of war. And Dead Man Walking with Susan Sarandon when he played uh, a death row inmate. You look at him on Mystic River. He can play the tough guy. He can have a softer side. He can even do a little comedic from time to time. Of course, look at him when he played a mentally retarded individual when he was in I Am Sam. Look at him when he played Harvey Milk. I mean, the guy can do it all, and he can do it flawlessly. No problem for him. And then to top off the list, this is my personal favorite of the four. He is my favorite actor of all time, Daniel Day Lewis. And there's a reason that he's won, uh, what is it now, three Academy Awards. He's, again, another versatile actor that can do it all. He can just bring the emotion, like in My Left Foot. He can play a crazy psychopath butcher on Gangs of New York. He was Abraham Lincoln, for crying out loud, and he nailed it so easily. Last of the Mohicans. I mean, it goes on and on for this guy. He is something to behold. I have to say. So that's it for me. And But right now, real quick, I have to throw in some honorable mentions because there was just too many to leave out, and I'll just touch on them briefly. Uh, the first two that popped in my mind that were really hard to leave out, of course, Tom Hanks. I mean, come on, the guy, he's done it all. He's a likable guy. He started out on a little sitcom called Bosom Buddies, where him and his roommate, they were in an all in order to stay in an all woman's apartment complex. They dressed up like girls. You know, it was real funny type deal. But of course, I mean, look at Tom. You know, he's one of those guys. He's so likable. He's so good. Of course, he's in one of my favorite films of all time, which we'll touch on later. But that would be Toy Story. But so and then you look at him. I mean, for crying out loud, look at him on Castaway, talking to a volleyball, and he kept your attention the whole time. Great, love, love Tom Hanks. Of course, Jeff Bridges. He was real hard to leave off. You know, he's the dude. Come on, he's the dude. He's been in some of the greatest movies, anything from King Kong to he redone Rooster Cogburn in True Grit. You know, he his acting. It's like when you see him in an interview, right? You listen to him like talk and everything. He's such a just a regular Joe. You know what I mean? But there he is, right? Another one that was extremely hard to leave off. Joaquin Phoenix. I mean, he's done it all right, and he's just so good. And his performances, they just they if it wasn't for the fact that De Niro and Nicholson have been doing it for as long as they've been doing it, and they were just a couple of legends that I felt like they couldn't have been left off. Man, I think Joaquin might have made the grade and made it on there. He blows my socks off every time. It don't matter what role he's playing. I love him. Of course, Marlon Brando. You know, the Godfather. You know, come on. On the waterfront. I mean, he was in some of the best. I've seen other actors talk about him and say how he's just one of them rare types that of course, Anthony Hopkins, Dustin Hoffman, Tom Hardy, right? I mean, Leonardo DiCaprio, Tom Hardy, Kevin Costner, Harrison Ford, Tom Cruise, Dustin Hoffman. I mean, come on, he's the Rain Man.